Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to wait one more minute to to give some time for more people to join, and then we can start with the session.
Thank you.
Just for you all to know, the session will be recorded, and we will start with the introduction. Then Ada will take you through today's webinar topic, and then in the end, you can you can send us all the questions you might have in the chat or via Q&A. Thank you. All right. So, welcome everyone once again. So, as you know, today this session is going to be about Girls Code It Better. For people who don't know what exactly Girls Code It Better is, I will take the liberty to give a very short introduction. Uh, Girls Code It Better has successfully empowered girls across Italy to explore coding, creativity, and digital skills through hands-on, team-based sprints and clubs. In today's webinar, we will be introducing the GCIB Replication Kit, which is a very practical resource designed to help educators, trainers, coaches bring this proven model of GCIB to their own communities all across Europe. Through this session, you will gain concrete guidance, adaptable tools, and real world insights to help you organize inclusive and inspiring digital learning experiences. So, moving on, I would love to welcome Ada, who is here with us. She's a trainer specializing in Industry 4.0 with a background in design and digital fabrication. Within Girls Code It Better initiative, she works as a coach maker, supporting young people in developing both creative and technical skills. Ada also plays an important role in important organization support role, helping strengthen the delivery and the impact of project across different learning contexts. Ada, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Aksa. And good evening to everyone. And thank you for joining this webinar on Girls Code It Better Sprint, a guide for educators. My name is Ada Beneventi and I work with Officina Futuro Fondazione W Group ETS, the foundation behind the Girls Code It Better project. Today we will talk about Girls Code It Better Sprint, a format to introduce girls to creative potential of technology and STEAM. Let's start by looking at the challenge we are trying to address. The female population is often underrepresented in STEAM fields, partly due to the misconception that these disciplines requires innate gifts that girls may not possess. And the result is that the girls often approach these fields with hesitation. In Italy, for example, only 16% of girls choose scientific or technological schools. And for us, this is a significant issue, especially considering the growing relevance of STEM in the job market. To address this issue, Officina Futuro Fondazione W Group ETS developed and launched Girls Code It Better project. The goal of Girls Code It Better is to encourage girls to explore STEAM education and career paths. And in general, Girls Code It Better is a 40-hour digital creativity and entrepreneurship where 20 girls work on solving a real problem or challenge. They are guided by two coaches, that is a very important thing for us, and they use various technologies to design and create an original solution. The project cover a variety of technological areas, and these include a lot of them, like programming, app and gaming, 3D modeling and printing, virtual reality and augmented reality, artificial intelligence, that is the last that we put in our areas, video making and graphics, electronics and automation, and web design and web development. The key for us is that technology is used as a creative means and not an end. It's in general, a digital creativity club, so it's not just a coding course, and this is very important for us. Now, let's see and let's focus on the topic of today, that is the Girls Code It Better Sprint. Girls Code It Better Sprint is essentially a taste of the longer Girls Code It Better Club. So it's a single meeting of 3 or 4 hours designed to offer a quick and engaging experience. During the Girls Code It Better Sprint, the girls are involved in a small challenge, and they need to create an original and personalized digital product, discovering the potential of technology. Girls Code It Better Sprint can be organized in person or online, so you can choose the best option for you. Girls Code It Better Sprint and Girls Code It Better in general is built on 5 key pillars. The first one is the duration of 3 or 4 hours. This give a not too complex but captivating taste of the experience, and it's very important for the girls for having an approach to this type of club. Then we have 2 coaches that are essential to support all participating girls. And at least 1 coach must be an expert in the technological area that you choose. The target, so the participant, are 20 girls, typically aged from 11 to 14. But we can extend the ages from 14 to 19. But this requires more complex planning for advanced skill. So it's a little bit complex than with the typically age 11, 14. The work is kicked off by a real challenge, requiring the girls to design and build an original solution. So it's not just to copy commands from the coaches. In the end, the last pillars is the technology that is used as a creative means. As we said before, it's not just a coding course. It's important, the creativity part of that. But now we can see how you can create your Girls Code It Better sprint. The first step is to choose the technological area and the tool. For online Girls Code It Better sprint, we suggest to choose programming, virtual reality, or 3D modeling, as they are easier to manage remotely, of course. The second step is to identify 2 coaches. 1 coach must have strong skills in the chosen technological area. So maybe 3D modeling, maybe virtual reality, maybe coding, you can choose. And the other coach need to have skills in the educational fields with the relevant age group. So 11, 14, or maybe 14, 19. The third step is to choose a small, concrete, and captivating challenge with the coach's help. Here are some examples, and after we will see more specific example of what we mean by challenge. The first one is maybe you can create an interactive quiz to help those who don't know, in this case Italy or maybe your country, to discover it. Or maybe you can create a product that allows you to tidy up your desk or your workstation. And the last one is to create a gallery or maybe a sort of museum dedicated to well-known historical figure. As we said before, here you can find some example of challenges, products, and tools that you can use for your first Girls Code It Better sprint. You can start by choosing the tools, the tool that you want to use. Maybe you can choose a Scratch, MakeCode Arcade, Minecraft, Daylight Edu, Tinkercad, SketchUp. It depends, there are a lot. And based on the tool, you can choose the challenge and the product to be created. For example, if you choose MakeCode Arcade as a tool, one of the challenge could be to create a point-and-click video game to protect the environment. In this case, the product could be a simple video game, so it's a little video game programmed with garbage that flies in the screen and must be cut. If you prefer something different, maybe you can choose Tinkercad or SketchUp for 3D modeling and printing, maybe if you do it in presence. And in this case, you can maybe create a product that allows you to discover a monument. And the product could be a small diorama with stylized historical monument and setting. So here you have a lot of ideas to explore. It depends on what you prefer and what the coaches that you have knows about this. Here there are some examples of projects created during the Girls Code It Better sprint. The first one is made with MakeCode Arcade. And I want to share just one moment. Okay, the correct screen. Okay, in this case, we have this little fish that need to take all the garbage in the ocean. So the focus is the ocean cleanings. And we have this little fish that need to collect more points that he can. In the end of the time, we have a little score that say to us which is the best and the score that we made. The second one is an organizer made with Tinkercad. So it's an organizer for your desk that is made with Tinkercad, and it's made with 3 different parts that looks with have a little joint here. And after that, the girls decide to personalize everyone. And the last one is a project made with the LightText Edu, and where the girls shared the story of inspiring women in STEM. In this case, was made with Merge Cube because Girls Code It the sprint was in presence, and in this case we have a little quiz on every face. And every phase gives to us some information about Marie Curie and their work. So these are just some examples, but there are a lot of projects that you can create and a lot of tools that you can choose. Now, I want to explain better how you can conduct a Girls Code It Better sprint. Girls Could Eat Better Sprint follows a simple and effective flow. The first part is the welcome and the presentation. Coaches welcome the girls and introduce themselves and their experience and help them to connect devices if they are in presence, of course. And after that, the coaches can use some slide if they have prepared or show maybe their work. After that, we have the involvement, where the coaches use introductory questions or maybe simple activities like creating a digital avatar or something similar to break the ice and allow the girls to introduce themselves. After that, the coaches launch the challenge, and where the coach clearly explain the challenge and the product they need to create. And then we have the example and the access. So the coaches provide a prepared model and suggest girls to play with this to prepare the participant to understand better the challenge and what they need, what they can create. Not they need, but they can. And after that, they give instruction to access the tool and a brief overview. After this part, altogether, so the coaches with the girls create the base of the product from the example model. So the girls learn the basic controls and everything it's important for create the product. And after that, the girls personalize their product with original details or ideas. So they can personalize it in a lot of different mode. In the end, the girls shares her original product and receive feedback from the group. The sharing aspect for us is very important because it adds value to the product and to the personalization done by the girls. So it's a very important point to do. Okay. So we think that Girls Could Eat Better is a way to introduce girls to technology as a creative and problem-solving tool and encourage them in STEAM. So if you want, we invite you to consider creating a Girls Could Eat Better sprint with us. And here you can find a form that you can you can write to us to discover how to do a Girls Could Eat Better sprint. And our support is required to verify the stages and the methods of development. For more information, you can contact us on the website or email us, and you can find all the information that you need. So thank you very much for your attention, and if you have any questions, I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ada. I just had one thing to say. Would it be possible for you to add the link in the previous slide in the chat, just
Yes,
in case if people, so it is easy access before before we actually make this material available on codeweek.eu.
yes, of course, of course.
Thank you so much. So the floor is open for questions and answers. You can write in the chat or in the Q&A.
Okay. Mhm. form. Okay. In chat, you can find the link of the form. So
Perfect. Thank you so much, Aida.
thank you too.
I see one question being written.
Maybe there is someone.
Yes, I
in
see Amir has raised his hand, but Amir, is it possible for you to write in the chat? Or I can allow the mic for you. Yes, I can allow the mic for you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Amir, we can hear
Yes.
you.
I couldn't write in the chat. I don't know why. Maybe it's a general problem for everyone. And this was the reason. I was trying also to open the form down there, but I couldn't open it. I want to ask for this project. How much time does it take to put on the run to make it? So it needs 1 month, 2 months.
Uh, it depends. It depends if you have already the skills about everything, like the tools, or if you need to discover better the tools that you need to use. In general, some months ago, we organized one Girls Could Eat Better sprint with another partner, and we made it in like 2 months, 1 month, yeah, 1 month and a half. So more or less, I think the timing is like 2 months, we can say.
And the number should be 20 persons. It's defined or it can depend.
In general, is 20 girls, yes.
20 girls. And is it okay because I work as a teacher in
Mm-hmm.
with kids from age 11 to 14? It's okay to mix the ages, and if they want to be more than 20?
It's better for, in particular, for the first time that the girls are 20 from ages from 11 to 14, and maybe we can, yeah, we can understand in the next steps if it's okay to mix more ages.
Okay, thank you. Please see the form because I think it has something or only is just for me. I
Okay,
don't know.
I will check right now.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thanks, you, Amir. Uh, we have a next question from Evangelia. Are the tools that are used to create the project products free? How do students learn to use them? Coaches or online video tutorials?
Yes, the tools are free in general. Every tools that we put in, yeah, like Minecraft, the LaTeX in general, everything it's for free. And the girls learn to use them with the coaches during the Girls Code It Better sprint. So they don't need to use it before. So it's okay if it's the first time that they will use that.
Great. Thank you so much, Ada.
Thank you.
If we have 5 more minutes, if there are more questions, please feel free to write them to us. Um, I, I had one more question for all of you who are present here. Um, will it be okay for you if you are interested to be for us to reach out to you only sending the presentation over via email? We won't require any other details from you or anything. The email addresses will be used only to send over today's presentation. If it is okay for you, you can write in the chat yes. If not, you can write your name and say no to us.
I hope that these links it's okay.
Uh,
I don't
the
know
the
if you
previous
can
link I
try.
checked, the previous
Yeah,
link I
thank
checked,
you.
it does work.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see the link does work. It's great to know that our participants are interested in possibly organizing Girls Could It Better sprint in their own
Yes,
countries.
we hope that Girls Could It Better will go all around Europe.
Definitely, definitely. That is also the purpose of today's webinar, to introduce everyone to this excellent initiative that we have the pleasure of knowing firsthand, and hopefully today's webinar inspires more people to replicate it. Yes, Armia, I will just disable the mic for you. Yeah.
I was reading the form and I saw that it was for organization. I am not a part of organization. Can I go this in this project as a teacher? Is it possible?
Yeah, of course, of course. We write organization, but it's general for someone that want to apply.
Okay, thank
And
you.
maybe we will see if with your school maybe we will be possible to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to you.
Thank you. So I see that there are no more questions. I assume that there are no more questions. Well, I would take this opportunity to close the session and thank you all for joining us today. Thanks a lot, Ada, for animating today's session, and me and Ada and the Girls Could It Better team and Officina Futuro team. We sincerely hope that today's session inspires you to take the next step and by organizing a Girls Could It Better sprint, and to help make digital opportunities more inclusive, engaging, and accessible to the next generation. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much to everyone, and thank you to you too, Aksa.
Always
Thank
my
you very
pleasure.
much.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.